Hello there, welcome to Fulcrum the Force. I'm Jim, this is my channel dedicated to everything Star Wars. And today, we're talking lightsaber parts. That's right, we're talking about these parts. And these are Fulcrum Forge parts. You might have heard me mention Fulcrum Forge in previous videos. This is my company. I decided to jump into the lightsaber game because I love them, and I have a lot of them. So I was like, I want to dive in, and I thought the best way to do it, because we've got some amazing sabersmiths out there, making their own custom sabers, making their own like cannon sabers as well. And I was like, I can't necessarily do that, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to compete with them. But what we are missing is we're missing customizable parts that can be used with the VHC system. Now, if you don't know what the VHC system is, it is the system that Nexus have made with all of their non-cannon hilts, where you can customize all the parts. You can change the pommels, you can change the grips, the switches, and the emitters. So I was like, well, I can design those parts and I can make them fit that system. And that's where this came from. Very much my brain, my cousin being a metal manufacturer very much helped. And here we are with Fulcrum Forge parts. So these parts fit things like the Beta, the Sigma, lightsabers like that you would find on Padawan Outpost. You'll also find on Padawan Outpost that they do parts as well. Those parts are made by Nexus, and they've been the same for quite some time. So I was like, let's do something new. Let's do stuff that I know that I would want. So if nothing else, I've got parts that I want. So that you can customize those lightsabers with a touch of something different now. More choice, and more choice is always better. So let me show you some of these parts. We have five colors. Yes, we have silver, we have purple, obviously, we have black, we have orange, and we have bronze. So these are very much unique colors as well. Silver, obviously, silver is silver, black is black, because a lot of the lightsabers that you get are either black or silver. So these will go with those quite nicely. But I figured I had to throw purple in there because purple's my jam. And then we came up with this really, really nice bronze color that I'll show you a little bit more of shortly. And then also we decided to go for an orange because I was like, you don't see much orange in all of these parts. So let's throw something new out there, and just so that people can build something different. So let me show you some of these parts and what you can do with them. So here I've made a emitter with shrouds, very much based upon Cal Kestis's lightsaber. I've taken a lot of inspiration from sabers that I've seen around and sabers that I like to make parts so that you can add that to your own. So your saber can have shrouds like Cal Kestis. Or if, say, you're more of a Ventress fan, we have a Ventress emitter. In fact, the first one I designed was the Ventress emitter. So you've got that really nice shine through coming there on the saber blade. Other emitters we have are the pod emitter. I very much used the Anakin's pod from the pod racers to inspire that. And then we also have something that I really, really like, which is, we call it the slice emitter. So you've got some shine through there. You've got some detailing going on up there. The cool thing about this is this part actually unscrews. So if you wanted to, you could actually just have this part on its own. Or if you wanted to get like a bronze that's here, you can mix and match these parts and put them back in, screw it in, and you've got mixed up parts, just to make kind of like your little take on it. I'll show you one here. So it's the purple slice with the black inside, which just purple and black just works, doesn't it? And then also we have a ring emitter here, which is very much designed to kind of emanate almost a sort of layer-esque emitter. So those are the emitters. Then next up we have switches. We have what we call the clamp switch. Now, if you can see, there's knurling detail on there, very reminiscent of Anakin's clamp on his lightsaber. Like I say, I've definitely tried to use things as inspiration for these parts. We have a grenade emitter, again inspired sort of by Luke and Kenobi's saber. Then we have, if I can see it, we have what we call the survivor switch, which has this really nice indent just here to kind of give you a nice hold when you're holding the saber. That's very much also Jedi Survivor inspired. Then we have the bolt switch for something just like a little bit different, like so that it's not all just round and stuff. I just like it. And then we have something that I've been wanting in all of these parts for a very, very long time. A Suba emitter. Now, if you don't know what Suba is, it's actually this round disc on the top. It kind of protects your hands. It's very, very much inspired by Kanan's saber with the Suba that he has on there. And again, this particular one, you can take the Suba ring off very, very easily and switch it with a different color. So let's just do it. Let's take the orange, and again, comes off super easy. Everything literally just screws together, super easy. Careful. All goes together super easy. Woo! And there you have something a bit different with the bronze switch part and the orange Suba. So, you know, like, I've tried to think of ways that you can still customize it further. So it's like there's these parts, but then there's certain elements that you can switch out and do it differently. One thing I didn't mention is with the shroud, you can take the shrouds off. The shrouds can come off and they can be switched as well. Everything fits each other, so easily switched. I've also, underneath the shroud is extra holes, so if you wanted to bring the shrouds down a little bit further, so it's a little bit of a shorter emitter, you can do that, absolutely. These are kind of really sitting there ready to be etched and things like that, so that's kind of where my brain goes with all of these things. Moving on to the grips, I will show you every single part here, and then I'll tell you about how to get them and where you can get them from and everything. We've gone, this is like a concave grip. You can't always see it fantastically well on camera, but it kind of goes in each side, and so it holds really, really nicely in the hand. Then we have, I hope you can see it on this, we've got the Death Star grip. So obviously we've got some detailing on there that is reminiscent of the Death Star wall panels, something that I will talk about again in a second. Then we have what I call the twist. So it's a grip that looks like it's almost got a wrap on it, but it's fully metal, no wrap. It would be ready to wrap, but I thought that was quite cool because then you don't have to worry about trying to wrap something. It looks like it's got a wrap already. Then we have one of my favorites, the Mara Jade inspired grip, or the MJ inspired grip, with the screws in there. Just, you know, I like to take elements of sabers that I love and put them into these parts, so you can kind of create your own almost cannon hilt with different cannon parts. And then last but definitely not least, everybody loves this one. It's the speeder bike grip. Designed like the grip of a speeder bike. Very Corran horn is where I got the inspiration from. Yeah, so those are the grips. And then pommels. Pommels are an interesting one because there's a lot to think about when designing. I've learned a lot going through this. I've learned a lot of how to design, what the best way to make these things are, and just different elements. I've actually had a ball creating all of this. It's been amazing. So the first one we have is something a bit different, and I can't take credit for this one. Actually, my son designed this one. We call this the crown pommel for obvious reasons. As you can see, you've got the parts there. Now this, unlike a lot of pommels, instead of just screwing onto the bottom, this goes over the top of a part. And so you just have that nice detailing coming through there. We've got obviously holes there for some sound venting. It's a beast, that one. I really, really like that one. Then we have the graduated pommel. Again, this is... there are quite a few parts here that I've put together that felt very Cal Kestis. This is one of them. It's a very simple pommel. You've got some nice sound venting in there. It's also got a hole there if you want to attach a D-ring to it. I thought I'd add that as a sort of extra little detail so that you can do that. I'm getting confused about where I'm at. Then we have the cone pommel. This is a very simple pommel. Again, you've got a single sound vent right at the bottom there, but it does give you some nice length on a saber if that's what you're looking for. I'll put some of these together shortly so you can see what like a full saber looks like. But let's keep going. Next we have what we call the scuttle pommel, which is this one. Nice sound venting in the bottom there. Some detailing there. This one, it comes out of the sides, so when you attach it to a grip, it kind of gives you that nice stop at the bottom. I really like that pommel. I'm a big fan of it. Obviously, I like all these parts because I designed them, but that one's a personal favourite. And then the last one is a simple ball pommel. Again, this goes slightly outwards, but gives you kind of a real nice bottom of the saber to hold with plenty of sound venting in there. Just a really, really simple but effective pommel. So those are all the parts. Now, if I can just show you a saber that I have been working on, that I've put together for this demonstration. So we've gone with a shroud emitter, a survivor switch, a twist grip, and a graduated pommel. And that all goes really nicely together. I've done it in purple and silver. I have put the core in this. So these are built so that you can just grab the core, that Padawan Outpost cell, the Xeno kit, or even the Profi kit. As long as it's a USB-C one. I don't think they sell the older type now, but they're all USB-Cs now. That will just slide straight into here, and you screw it in at the back, and it's ready to go. So you can build a lightsaber from all of these parts. Get the core and blade from Padawan Outpost and you are ready to go. So that's our parts together, but you want to see them fit the original VHC system. Well, that's cool, because I got some bits here, because I have loads of sabers. So this here is the model Tsar from Padawan Outpost. And now, as you can see, I've already customized it by putting my own pommel on there. But if I want to change the grip, all I do is unscrew it. There we go. The core's inside. And we go, okay, what goes? We've already got some silver going on there. So let's add a, what should we add? Let's add a twist grip in silver to the bottom of here. Boom. Done. And then we'll add a black. Let's go with the cone pommel to make it just a little bit longer. There we go. And boom, just like that, you've customized the Model Tsar in your own way. So if you fancied changing even the emitters on this, you can. You're like, oh, I want the slice emitters as part of the side blades. Easy. Easy done. So that's quite extreme. I might think about doing some small emitters for things like this. And if people are like, oh, we love those, but we'd like something a bit smaller, please reach out. Head over to Instagram at the Fulcrum Forge. because like anything you've got, oh look, so we've got here a beta emitter. Let's add okay, it's black and silver. We've already done black and silver. Let's add a bit of bronze to this. Let's go with a bronze survivor switch. Easy, join. Let's keep going with the bronze. And then let's finish it off with a bit of black. Boom. And there you go. Just like that, you've built an entire brand new lightsaber that doesn't exist anywhere, because you've got yourself Fulcrum Forge parts. This is super easy. I tried to make it as easy as possible for everybody to get involved with customizing your own lightsabers with something a bit different. As you can see here, I do have some parts that I've got from Via Sabers as well. And then I've added a couple of bits of my own onto here. So they fit all the Via parts as well, as you'd expect. Via do make VHC compatible parts as well. But they're very difficult to get hold of in the UK. So I was like, you know what? I can do this. I'm going to do this. Talking of Padawan Outpost, I have gone into partnership with them. They have some of these parts as exclusives to them. So if you are looking for the slice emitter or the pod emitter, you can only get them at Padawan Outpost. Grips, the Death Star, and the speeder bike grips, again, only at Padawan Outpost. Switches, the grenade switch and the Suba switch, only available at Padawan Outpost. And pommels, the cone and the ball, both only available at Padawan Outpost. Those are exclusive parts that I designed specifically just for them. So you can get them now, right now, over on their site. They're available, and they're available to ship like today. Now, where can you get the rest of the parts? I hear you scream, Jim, we want these parts. If you head over to thefulcrumforge.com, all the rest of these parts are available there in all of these colours. I will say Padawan Outpost don't have orange. That's very much a Fulcrum Forge special. Orange is ours. For now, at least. But these are all available. They're currently on pre-order status because we're a brand new company and we're just building. We will have stock very soon. Hopefully in the next 3 or so weeks, we should have some stock, so we'll be able to have them in stock and get them out very, very quickly. So at the moment they are pre-order, but head over there and check them out, because we don't just have these parts. We have other things. Don't know if you just glance your eye here to this. This is a Death Star wall panel with added lightsaber mounts, and we make these. These are made by us. They house up to 7 lightsabers. They're 0.5 meter in width and 1 meter in height. We do other sizes as well, and you can have them just with like 2 saber mounts or all the way up to 7 saber mounts. So they're available over there now as well. We do also sell some 3D printed items. Mandalorian helmets, not finished. These are very much unfinished helmets, ready for you to sand and paint at your leisure, just as a way for people that don't have a 3D printer can get a raw print. There are also lightsaber stands and other such joys over there on thefulcrumforge.com. And keep an eye there, because we're coming very, very close to May 4th and something exciting is coming May 4th. So be sure to check out thefulcrumforge.com, please, and thank you. See if you fancy any of these and the other bits and pieces that we've got on there as well. I have worked very, very hard on this project. I'm super proud of it, and I'm super proud to be bringing it to people. And we've sold a few bits already, so these will be getting into people's hands very soon, and you'll be able to see them in some of the groups on Facebook where people are able to customize their own sabers with Fulcrum Forge parts. And that just makes me happy to feel like I'm contributing in some little way to someone's enjoyment in lightsabers. Follow me, obviously, at Fulcrum Force. Do the whole like, subscribe, ring the bell, so you never miss a video. I was about to spoil something then. I can't spoil it just yet. May 4th. Keep an eye, not just on the Fulcrum Forge Instagram, but Fulcrum Force Instagram as well. See how I've worked that all together, so it's all like you know who it is. We are on TikTok, both things, the Fulcrum Forge and Fulcrum Force, both on TikTok, so make sure you head over there, because I've done a lot of sort of quick videos displaying and changing things of these parts. So I know this was a bit of a longer video, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you need any help knowing how to install these with the cores that you can pick up from Padawan Outpost, I've done a video. It's a few years old of me customizing a saber, but I will put it in the link below, so you can check out how easy it is to actually put this entire lightsaber together, and how you can mix and match the older parts with these newer parts, or just get all these newer parts, grab a core from Padawan Outpost, and you're ready to go. But I hope you've enjoyed that video. I'll be back soon with more lightsabers, more Lego, more everything. Until next time, don't forget, we're one with the Force, and the Force is with us.